Acoustic guitar. This is the most typical kind, the one we imagine when someone says the word guitar. It's found in nearly all types of popular music, and even though there are some differences in shape, they all have steel strings and use the same types of wood. All acoustic guitars function in the same way. When a string is strummed, the vibration travels through the bridge to the top, sides, and back of the body, then resonates through the air inside the body, producing the sound. Acoustic guitars are typically made from woods like spruce, mahogany, ebony, etc. Each material affects the sound in its own way, but generally, acoustic guitars have a clear and bright tone, particularly in the higher frequencies. Classical guitar. Many string instruments throughout history have looked alike, but the classical guitar was the first to have a shape that's common for today's guitars. It originated in the 19th century and has several key differences from acoustic guitars. The first thing you'll notice is the type of strings. Acoustic guitars have steel strings, while a modern classical guitar has nylon strings. They used natural materials in the past. This results in a distinct tone. Acoustic guitars have a bright and sharp sound, while classical guitars produce a soft and mellow tone. Another major difference is the design of the fretboard. Classical guitars have wider fretboards, which are better for techniques like fingerpicking. In contrast, an acoustic guitar is more suited for strumming and playing with a pick. Electric guitar. It is a stringed musical instrument that relies on electronic amplification to produce sound. Unlike its acoustic counterpart, which resonates naturally, the electric guitar requires external assistance to be heard at typical performance volumes. The electric guitar features one or more pickups, small magnetic devices placed under the strings. When the guitarist plucks or strums the strings, these pickups convert the resulting vibrations into electrical signals. These electrical signals are then sent to an external amplifier or a speaker. The amplifier boosts the signals, allowing the guitar's sound to be projected at various volumes. Electric guitars offer flexibility in shaping their sound. Players can adjust settings on the guitar itself, such as tone knobs, and use effects like reverb and distortion to achieve different timbres. Electroacoustic guitar is essentially a standard acoustic guitar equipped with a pickup system or an onboard microphone. This integration allows the guitar to be connected to an amplifier or PA system, enabling it to be played at higher volumes during live performances. Whether you play a classical guitar with nylon strings or a full-sized steel string instrument, any acoustic guitar can be fitted with a pickup system. This versatility allows you to amplify your instrument without relying on a separate microphone. With a built-in pickup system, you can plug the guitar directly into an amplifier or mixing console. This ensures a consistent tonal output, making it easier to control during live shows. Resonator guitar, also known as a resophonic guitar, or colloquially referred to as a dobro, is an acoustic guitar with a unique twist. Instead of relying solely on the guitar's wooden soundboard to produce sound, a resonator guitar employs spun metal cones, resonators placed under the strings near the bridge. These metal cones amplify string vibrations, resulting in a distinctive and louder tone. Resonator guitars were originally designed to be louder than acoustic guitars, to help guitar players in large orchestras. Later, this problem was solved with electric guitars and amplification, so they were almost forgotten. However, the distinctive sound of resonator guitars remained popular. Archtop guitar is a hollow semi-acoustic or acoustic guitar with steel strings. It features a distinctive arched top that sets it apart from standard flat-bodied guitars. In the 20th century, as jazz music evolved, orchestras sought to transition from banjos to guitars. Orville Gibson, the inventor of the archtop guitar, believed that curving the guitar's top, similar to a violin, would enhance its volume. He carved the top from wood and increased the guitar's size for better sound projection. Archtops have since undergone modifications, including cutaways for reaching higher frets. The archtop blurs the line between acoustic and electric guitars. Its curved body and F-shaped sound holes facilitate better vibrations and relieve tension. When played, it produces a smooth, round tone, a mellower version of a solid-body electric guitar. This unique sound makes it a favorite in jazz and blues genres. Semi-hollow electric guitars, also known as a semi-acoustic guitar, combines elements of both solid-body and hollow-body guitars. Unlike solid-body guitars, semi-hollows have a central solid block running through the body. The wings or sides remain hollow, contributing to their unique sound. Semi-hollows offer a wide range of tonal possibilities. The combination of hollow chambers in the center block results in a balance between resonant warmth and the sustain of solid body guitars. They're favored by jazz, blues, and rock players. For touring musicians, weight matters. Semi-hollows are light as a feather, making them comfortable for extended performances. Acoustic bass guitar. The acoustic bass guitar, ABG, is a fascinating instrument that bridges the gap between traditional upright basses and electric bass guitars. The ABG resembles a larger version of a steel string acoustic guitar with a hollow wooden body. It typically has 4 strings, tuned EADG, an octave below the lowest 4 strings of a 6-string guitar. Unlike electric basses, the ABG can produce a clear, rich sound without amplification. However, due to its softer volume, most ABGs come equipped with pickups, magnetic or piezoelectric, for amplification. Electric bass guitar, often simply called the bass, is a stringed musical instrument that plays a crucial role in modern music. The electric bass features a solid body, typically made of wood with a relatively long neck and 4 to 6 heavy strings. Its scale length, the distance between the nut and the bridge, ranges from 34 to 37 inches, 86.4 to 93.9 centimeters. The bass can be played with fingers or a pick. The bass produces low frequencies, providing the foundation for a band's sound. Its strings are tuned E, A, D, G, an octave below the lowest 4 strings of a guitar. The tonal range can expand with 5-string or 6-string basses. Headless bass guitar. Starting in the 1980s, Ned Steinberger presented the headless bass to the world, which connected the strings from nut to bridge and not bridge to the nut as the regular basses would do. The tuning keys are located on the instrument's bridge, allowing the player to tune with his right hand rather than his left and reduce tuning time due to this fact. More and more guitar companies have decided to try out the headless fad in recent years, and some companies appeared exclusively to present headless instruments, such as Strandberg and Kiesel. Left-handed guitar. Left-handed guitars are simply electric, acoustic, and bass guitars designed for those who play with their left hand. Initially, they were rare and only custom-made for those who required them, but they have begun to gain popularity in the music industry and are now widely accessible. Left-handed guitars come in a variety of forms, sizes, and string counts, from acoustic guitars to 8- and 9-string guitars and basses. 12-string guitar is a variation of the acoustic guitar with double the strings. Each coarse set of strings that play the same note has a higher-pitched octave string paired with a regular string. When strummed, these pairs vibrate together, creating a fuller, richer sound compared to a standard 6-string. These octave strings can be plucked individually for shimmering chiming notes or strummed for a jangly chorus-like effect. 12-string guitars are popular in folk, blues, and rock genres, adding a distinctive sparkle and depth to the music. However, their wider necks and additional strings can make them trickier to play for beginners. Double neck guitar is exactly what it sounds like, a guitar with 2 fretboards on a single body. Each neck typically functions as a complete and independent guitar with its own set of strings, tuning pegs, and pickups for electric double necks. This unique design allows guitarists to switch between different tonal ranges or tunings instantly, mid-performance. For example, a guitarist might use a standard 6-string neck for rhythm parts and a 12-string neck for chiming leads, or have one neck tuned for standard playing and another tuned specifically for slide guitar. Double necks are not as common as single-neck guitars due to their bulkier size and increased weight. However, they are favored by virtuosic players who require a wider sonic palette without sacrificing performance flow. Touch guitar is a unique member of the guitar family built for tapping, not strumming. Unlike its traditional cousin, it prioritizes smooth playability for tapping techniques where you hammer and pull on the strings with your fingers across the fretboard. Instead of a bulky body, a touch guitar often has a sleek, ergonomic design to rest comfortably against your body. The fretboard stretches out farther, offering more space for those finger acrobatics. While not as common as the electric guitar, these instruments offer a futuristic feel and are prized for their lightning-fast playing style and distinct sound. Steel guitar. A steel guitar isn't your typical 6-string. Instead of frets, it offers a smooth, metallic surface. You play it horizontally, often on your lap or resting on a stand. The magic happens with a steel bar, pressed against the strings and glided along the fretboard. This creates its signature sound. Weeping bends, smooth slides between notes, and a deep, soulful vibrato that mimics the human voice. There are a few types of steel guitars. Lap steels are the most basic, portable instruments. Pedal steel guitars take things up a notch, with pedals and knee levers that change the pitch of strings mid-play, allowing for complex melodies and intricate harmonies. Harp guitar. Imagine a guitar with a touch of harp magic. The harp guitar combines the familiar fretboard with additional strings that stretch freely beside it, much like a harp. These harp strings are unfretted, meaning you pluck them open for rich, chiming notes that add a new dimension to your playing. The body of a harp guitar can vary, some sporting an extended arm to accommodate the extra strings, while others feature a double neck. No matter the design, these instruments are a dream for creating lush soundscapes. Mandolin. The mandolin is a delightful instrument from the lute family, known for its bright, twangy sound. Picture a small, pear-shaped body with a long, thin neck. Unlike a guitar, its strings come in pairs, typically 8 in total, usually made of steel for a bright tone. You'll find 2 main types of mandolins, bowlback and flatback. Played with a pick, the mandolin strings are plucked across a fretted neck, similar to a guitar. Its clear high notes add a touch of charm to various musical styles. Ukulele. Often called a uke for short, this 4-stringed instrument hails from Hawaii, where its name translates to jumping flea, perhaps reflecting the lively finger-picking techniques used to play it. Imagine a small guitar-shaped body crafted from wood, typically mahogany or laminate. It boasts a hollow interior for rich sound projection and a sound hole to let its cheerful melodies blossom. Ukuleles come in various sizes, with the soprano being the most popular, perfect for carrying on adventures. Banjo. The banjo is a stringed instrument that combines African and European influences. Its heart lies in its round, drum-like body, traditionally made from animal skin, now often plastic, stretched taut over a wooden frame. This creates a resonating chamber that amplifies the banjo's bright, twangy sound. A long neck, fretted like a guitar's, sprouts from this body. Unlike its stringed cousin, though, banjos typically have 4 or 5 strings, some with a shorter drone string that adds depth. The strings are plucked with fingers or a pick, creating a distinctive picking pattern that drives many musical styles. Pocket guitar. The pocket guitar isn't a single standardized instrument, but rather a general term for miniaturized guitar-like tools designed for practice and portability. There are 2 main types: chord trainers. These pocket-sized replicas focus on the fretboard, often with 6 to 8 frets and rubber or nylon strings. They're ideal for beginners to practice finger placement and chord transitions without the bulk of a full guitar. Some even have a digital screen displaying chord charts or metronomes. Travel guitars. These are scaled-down versions of real guitars with a playable neck and a small, often solid body. While not as loud or versatile as a full-size guitar, they allow you to practice riffs, scales, and basic strumming on the go.